freaking nice. That's some raw chicken. I need this right now. They're calm. This week has been super busy getting ready for the next best science experiment. Way more stressful than any week really. Thus far on the raw chicken experiment. And obviously I'm a bit tired right now. I'm a bit tired. So the nature, the calmness, the tranquility. It's exactly what Mr. Best Science needs right now. And today we still need to stay awake for midnight because we are speaking to Master Cruz today to learn some base knowledge. But I gotta say, this week being so stressful, super busy, very physically stressful as well, a little bit mentally stressful, not too much. We can handle a lot of mental stress, unlike most people today, because our brains are filled with salmon Nutella nutrition and DHA from the waters. Although seawater, seafood, fishes in the sea, they're a little bit more nutritious than the freshwater fish. But the freshwater fish, it's nice also. But it got me thinking this week, man, my Redux has improved. Especially during the summertime, when I spent the month over here. 1 month here. After that, I noticed such a huge boost. And just my overall energy. How things feel. Things felt amazing after that. And still are amazing. Even after a very stressful week. Compared to all the other weeks on this experiment. So, we know what works. We know what makes the mitochondria hum, like a Lamborghini. Because when you think about it, when you know the best science, how the body works, it really all comes down to your energy. How much energy can you produce? I've made several videos about it. How much redox, which is basically the energy your mitochondria produces. How much redox do you have? That's the way how your body detoxes. So everybody talking about this detox, that. You need this supplement, you need this food, that food. No, it's completely, maybe not completely, but mostly, how much energy can your body produce to get rid of the bullshit you put in. The same with metabolism. Like people have these stomach problems. My tummy aches. My tummy never aches and I eat raw chicken, salmon, Nutella every single day. My metabolism, my stomach, my bowel movements have been incredibly good. They have never been this good in my adult life. Maybe in my childhood they were, probably not, because my parents still fed me a bunch of bullshit. But you don't really think about it as a child. But the metabolism, the bowel movements is exactly the same thing. How much redox do you have inside of your gut, inside of your bowels, to get rid of the bullshit or the good stuff? Put only the good stuff in your stomach and it will be easier. Like these days, every single poop is like one of those poops if you're gonna wipe. I don't recommend wiping, I recommend using water to wash your asshole. But if you're gonna wipe, it's one of those poops that when you wipe, you only need to wipe once or maybe twice. And it comes out super smooth. That's the kind of poops I've been having for months now. Same with sleep. Same with all these diseases. These diseases become reality. They manifest itself on you if your mitochondria don't work anymore. There's a couple ways your mitochondria can dysfunction, and the modern world really makes the mitochondria struggle. It turns the mitochondria from humming Lamborghini to a struggle bus. And that makes the mitochondria turn itself onto less energy producing modes. And obviously this manifests in your feelings as you feel tired. You feel like you got a little brain fog. Like your thoughts ain't forming very well. Like you cannot really speak anymore. All these, you cannot maybe sleep. You have issues with your bowel movements, like issues with your skin, all these little things. Maybe your vision starts to get a little blurry. You start to lose your little hair as a male, and even females today, they lose hair also, because the modern world sucks the freaking life out of you. That's what the modern world does, and this place makes the mitochondria hum like a Lamborghini. It might take a while. The more you have fucked up, the longer it's gonna get, and the better the environment needs to be. So maybe for some people who are really messed up due to their own actions that have been programmed by the system, or maybe not their own actions, that's actually a real bullshit. Like many people these days, especially now, like let's just wait 20 years and let's see how these kids that are born today turn out. It's gonna get scary, because if your parents took one of these, they don't know any of this stuff, this health stuff about the nature, they don't know any about that. These kids are gonna be complete mess. So actually, I would say, it's your choices, your ignorance, and obviously your parents, especially your mothers, because you inherit your mother's mitochondria. Like the mitochondrial DNA is completely 100% coming out of your mother and your maternal side, your grandmother from the mother's side, and so on and so forth. So that's gonna affect how you be also a lot, and how much you are in the struggle bus instead of in the Lamborghini just cruising along when everything is smooth. Like, you know, some of those people that are in their 20s maybe, but back in the day, even more so, like even older people back in the day, they could drink alcohol, they could smoke cigarettes, they could eat freaking McDonald's sometimes, they could eat all kinds of garbage, and they would have energy for days. And some of them lived to freaking 90 or 100. And a lot of these 100-year-olds, they smoke every day, they drink a little wine every day, they eat some chocolate, maybe they eat some raw meat also. But they could do all kinds of shit. But their mitochondria is freaking Lamborghini-like. That's why their longevity is good. That's why they don't get any of these diseases. And what also affects your mitochondria hugely, how much energy you produce, is the relationships you have. And the relationship you have on yourself, because these emotional blockages, you could say, traumas, all of those also steal energy from you. They make a scar inside of you, and the mitochondria, where the scar is, it starts to struggle. It starts to revert back to the less optimal mechanisms of producing energy. There's a couple ones, and then it starts to turn into other kinds of cells, like the C word. It starts to kill itself excessively. Sometimes that's actually good, apoptosis, which is cell suicide, and we actually need it, so we don't get any of these diseases. But If your body works well, your body knows when to use that. Usually it happens in sleep. Or sometimes if we are fasting. Same as autophagy. I remember autophagy, all of these intermittent fasting guys or fasting guys, they always talk about autophagy. But yeah, you ain't getting no diseases when the mitochondria is working, when you are producing energy, when you feel good, when you feel energetic, when the freaking colors stand out of you, they look vibrant. It looks super green right now. It has been raining all day, like yesterday. It's starting to get a little cold over here. Starting to get a little cold. No more ball sunning in Finland soon. But anyway, it's all about energy. And today, this week's stress test has 100% showed me we are on to everything right now. Base science is on to everything. We on top of the health game, we on top of the economic game, we on top of the freaking how the system steals everything from your game. We are on top of all the important things, and we try to cut all the superfluous things out of this shit. So we can cut straight through the bullshit and to the real deal Holyfield, which is this place. Every single video I tell you, this is the place you need to be as a human being. And the more sick you are, the more you need this place, and especially the more you need the sun. You need the good water, and remember, I don't mean the drinking water, I mean the water you make. Your mitochondria makes. That's the most important water of all. And what helps the mitochondria do that? It's the sunlight. It's the red light from the sun mostly. That's why sunrises and sunsets feel so freaking good. Like even the normies, like when you put hashtag sunrise or sunset, even the normies love that shit because everybody's nature tells them this is the real deal Holyfield. So sunrises, sunsets. And also on top of that, on top of the sun, the water, the food, the good food, the local food, on top of that also magnetism plays a huge role. The better the magnetism, the better you're gonna be. And the more sick you are, the more you might need it. So better start grounding every day. And obviously, for example, where I am at right now, Finland, ain't so good with the magnetism. We don't have any geological stuff going on the ground. So if you need more magnetism, go to Iceland. Go to places where there are volcanoes. Go to the fake ass North Pole with the Mount Meru. There you get a bunch of magnetism. But also beaches are incredibly good for that. In general. So, hell yeah. I'm looking forward to the next experiment because the next experiment, I think that's gonna put my redox, my energy levels super high, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. If you feel tired, my next experiment is for you. If you feel sick, if you are sick, if you feel like you ain't getting most out of this life, like something is lagging, like you are not running on all cylinders, like a Lamborghini, you are sitting in the struggle bus. My next experiment is gonna be for you, because the raw chicken, the raw meaty meat, it's not enough. It's a good start. It's a great start, but it's not enough. So we need to show, or I need to show, for myself, first of all, and then to you guys, what the real deal is. So I'm super excited about that. When does it start? Who knows? I know, but you don't. You just gonna have to wait and see.